It is 6 o'clock, so the work session for mayor and council for September 2nd is called to order. Miss Randy, can we have our roll call, please?
Yes. Good evening, Honorable Mayor Butler, council members and city manager.
evening.
This is the roll call for the September 2nd, 2025 work session. Mayor Butler,
Present.
Councilmember James,
Present.
Councilmember Gunn,
Here.
Councilmember Gutierrez, Councilmember Akins Wells,
Here.
Councilmember Mears. Let the record reflect Councilmember Mears is not in attendance. Mayor Butler, you have a quorum.
All right, thank you. The consent agenda, is there anything to add or remove from the consent agenda? Not hearing anything, is there a motion to adopt and approve tonight's consent agenda?
So moved.
That was Councilwoman James, is there a second? That was Councilwoman Gunn, is there any discussion? Miss Randy, please?
Councilmember James.
Yes.
Councilmember Gunn,
Yes.
Councilmember Gutierrez,
Yes.
Councilmember Akins Wells.
Yes.
Okay. The agenda itself. Any items to add or delete? Not hearing anything, is there a motion to approve tonight's agenda? That was Councilwoman Gunn, is there a second? That was Councilwoman James, is there any discussion? All right, thank you. Miss Randy?
Councilmember James.
Yes.
Councilmember Gunn, Councilmember Gutierrez,
Yes.
Councilmember Akins Wells.
Yes.
All right, council discussion on the proposed amendment to the charter to amend section 2-115. I'm sorry, 15. Background and history. In accordance with OCGA 36-35-3, the mayor and council of the city of Forest Park are authorized to amend the charter, the city charter. The proposed amendment seeks to revise section 2.15, inquiries and investigations of Article 2 under government structure. At the recent strategic planning retreat, there was a general consensus to amend the charter by revising the governing body's investigation process. With the adoption of this revision, investigations are still possible, but they would require approval of the governing body. Councilwoman James, questions or comments?
Just thankful for this amendment and looking forward to it passing.
Councilwoman Gunn?
No.
Councilman Gutierrez?
No.
Councilwoman Wells?
Absolutely. So I want to understand Attorney Metricardi, because I do get from this, I know the previous conversations that we've had, certain individuals don't like when council members or elected officials talk to employees, something that I'm going to always do, no matter what's in the charter. And I know at one point, Mr. Clark and the previous city manager did not want employees to be able to talk to council. So I want to make sure when you say investigating, and the reason employees come to us is because investigations aren't being investigated, if that makes sense. So is anything in here that will prevent an employee from coming to a council member or mayor, whoever that may be, if they have something that they need to discuss that they feel like is not being taken care of?
So it wouldn't prevent the employee from going directly to a council member. I still would recommend that they follow the formal
Right.
process.
I mean, if they do that and nothing happens.
And so it wouldn't prohibit that. It's just fixing the conflict between that other charter section that prohibits council members from giving any directives to city employees. Because it contradicts with that one section saying that individual council members can directly question employees. So it wouldn't prohibit them from coming to you per se, but it would be the other way around if you were wanting to investigate some sort of something within the city.
So you're saying that no elected officials can investigate anything?
Unless it would be a joint effort by the governing body.
Okay, so, because I'm trying to understand for me, because yeah. So when you say investigate, right? That means if I walk up to an employee and I say, hey, how's everything going for you? Then that start a conversation. I need to know in depth what that means, because to me, it seemed like people want to just brush up under the rug what these employees go through and say, oh, it's being investigated. And since it's being investigated, then can't no elected official get involved in it when a lot of times it's being investigated and nothing's being done about it. So that's why people come to certain individuals that they trust. So I want to make sure I understand fully.
Right. So it would be essentially investigating, probing, asking questions to city employees about their day-to-day. It'd be about the operations, administration of the city. But that doesn't prohibit employees from speaking to elected officials.
Okay, yeah, because I'm not getting permission to do my job from other elected officials. I'm coming to get permission to do nothing. But thank you.
Council discussion for the selection of a professional recruitment firm to complete a nationwide search for the selection of a new city manager. Background and history. Due to the recent vacancy of this current city manager, the governing body is seeking to contract with a professional recruitment firm to complete a nationwide search for a new city manager for the city of Forest Park. The procurement division has completed the attached reference of firms comparison report for the governing body's consideration. Councilwoman James, questions or comments? Oh, hi, I'm sorry.
Good evening, Mayor,
Good
Council,
evening.
Interim City Manager. I just wanted to come up to just kind of give a summation of what the reference report consists of. I did reach out to a potentially 5 to 6 firms to get some information and also did some online research. Reached out to some other local municipalities to try to get feedback on their experience with working with these recruitment firms. So out of the 6 firms, we only received responses and quote proposals from 2 of the firms, which is on the first 2 listed in the report. Some of the differences in the comparison between the 2 proposals received for your review is the first firm, of course, their location, home office is in Alpharetta. So they're the furthest away from the city of Forest Park. This company has been in business for approximately 4 years, began in 2021. However, the owner is a previous local government employee or worker, and they have served in the city manager role for multiple local municipalities in the past. So they have a great wealth of experience as it relates to that particular position. Their cost proposal is roughly $21,000 for them to conduct the recruitment research for the new position. But that does not include any overhead expenses for the consultants' travel to the city of Forest Park to consult with the governing body or any type of advertising fees and things of that nature. So there will be some additional costs for those services. And they do provide a 1-year guarantee to do the process over again if the selected candidate does not remain in the seat for a full year. The second firm is closer to the city of Forest Park. They're located in Norcross. They recently did a research recruitment for the city of Stockbridge for their new city manager. And so they gave us a proposal that is a total not to exceed amount. So it does include the consultant fees for travel and advertising fees and their cost of $24,521. However, in the finalist selections of the candidates, if there's cost for them to travel here for interviews, then that would be additional cost outside of that $24,521. And the other great thing with them is that they also guarantee their work, but however, they do it for up to 2 years. So if the person was to vacate before 2 years or the city decided to let that individual go, they would go through that process free of charge again for the city to find a new candidate. And I'll answer any questions if you have any.
Yes, and governing body, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought we were just gathering the information and put out an RFP,
Yeah.
not to direct staff to find companies to bring to us.
Mm.
So is that, am I,
You're correct.
okay.
I'm sorry, I wasn't understanding that. I thought we were just trying to find a firm to do the work.
Well, via an RFP.
So we discussed whether to do a formal RFP or informal, and what, at the end of the conversation, it was informal was the direction from the majority consensus. But if I heard that wrong, then I heard it wrong. But these were the ones in the local area. And I gave a list to procurement to reach out
Madam Mayor.
to individuals.
Hold on, let me go down the row. Councilman James,
Yeah, I'm the selections.
Councilwoman, oh, sorry. Councilwoman Gunn.
Can you explain formal and informal?
So formal would be to do a sealed proposal, so requests for proposals. It would be advertised, it would be out generally for at least a month minimum to have people submit. And then it would come to mayor and council at one of the following meetings. The informal process, we're just asking, specifically asking companies to provide proposals is just faster. So that's why we did it this way, but we're fine to do it whichever way the governing body wants.
And most of our formal solicitations, the value of the contract exceeds 50,000. So, yeah.
Thank you. Councilman, any other questions or comments? Councilman Gutierrez? Councilwoman Wells?
No.
Interim City Manager, Fire Chief Clemens.
Yes, ma'am. Madam Mayor and Council, just want to say that procurement did put this out for bid, and this is standard. It ensures transparency. Many municipalities solicit for when they're trying to onboard city managers, fire chiefs, deputy chiefs. This is standard practice.
Yes, ma'am.
No, I was just gonna say, no, it's okay.
Okay, thank you.
One-
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So formal is, these are the bid for, this would be a formal, this, I'm sorry. So these bids what we're seeing in front of us, this is what formal,
This is more informal.
this is informal.
Yes.
Informal is cheaper than formal?
Well, informal solicitations, they go out with us just calling the vendors that's in their industry, requesting them to provide a quote to us. Anything that we feel will come in over $50,000 threshold, which is the governing body's approval starting limit, then we put those out as formal solicitations, which is your request for proposals or your request for bids. But typically for specified recruitment services, it's a limited amount of firms that can provide that service in the first place. So I made a point to reach out to the 5 or 6 firms that was provided to me by Attorney Metricardi to give them the opportunity to submit a proposal. 2 out of those 6 firms submitted a proposal, which I have included in you guys' packets for review tonight. 2 other firms declined submitting a proposal at this time.
All right, any other questions or comments?
Yes, Madam Mayor. let
Yes,
me
ma'am.
just make a comment. I just feel like we need to move forward. We can select from one of these 2 companies. My recommendation would be the one in Norcross because of the 2-year, and of course they have 27 years of experience. But it's just prolonging the process if we don't select someone to go ahead and begin the process. We still have an opportunity for whoever to submit their applications in for this position based upon whatever the criteria is to meet. So I think we should move forward, but that's up to the governing body.
Yeah, I and not that, well, maybe I don't trust the process. But I think doing it formal would be much better. It's more transparent. versus someone bringing paperwork to me saying, not that I don't trust you, well, I don't trust anybody, so but someone bringing paperwork to me and saying, these are the two people that submitted information. These are who we're going with. I'd rather for it to be put out a bid and people fill out for the bid. I mean, that's what I thought we discussed. That's more transparent to me.
The minimum time on a formal request for proposal is 90 to 120 days, because you do have to get an evaluation committee and do the full process of advertisement for a minimum of 30 days. So that process is more lengthier. You're looking at 3 months or so before you even get a firm to come in to be able to assist you in doing the recruitment process to fill the position.
Okay, and that I totally understand. But I want, if others don't understand, that this is a very vital role in our city. And so to me, it's not something that needs to be rushed. So if the process takes 90 days, then that's what the process takes. But to say, oh, well, this is the quicker way, we'll go ahead and get this done, like Councilwoman James stated, I don't agree with that. Like, we should take our time. Everybody knows the type of city managers that we've had, and if this is the route we're gonna go, then let's go through the full process. Why put a rush on something? You see how long it takes for us to get elected? And people still mess up and get it wrong. So let's go through the process.
We've gone through this process before, and I do not remember it taking as long as you just suggested.
It did.
And so, not 6 months?
No, I said it did.
And so, and we also had the opportunity to meet these firms prior to making an official decision as well. And so, ultimately, it's the governing body's decision, but I would implore the governing body to, let's change direction. We could still put out the RFP. It could stand for 30 days. In the meantime, we could still put together our committee processes. We usually have 3, which consists of directors, the community, and other city managers, and just start planning accordingly. But in the end, the governing body we'll find out how they vote. Yes, sir.
I guess my question is, I think the difference in this RFP and another one would be some of these, it's not like there's a lot of these recruiting firms, right? Or it's not like a job where you have a contractor where there's a whole bunch of them. Is there that many where if you put something out, it's going to be much different than this?
No, you're going to get the response from these same companies that I reached out to, because these are the ones that's local within
Do this
Georgia.
work? Okay.
Yes.
You would have potentially out-of-state entities that might bid. But
Is that a
from our
bad thing?
No, it's not a bad thing, but from our discussions, everyone was talking about local, so that's what we focused on, state of Georgia.
And costs could be higher for out of state because they will charge for their travel here to meet with you if they are selected. So airfare, hotel stay, things of that nature during that process. So that will incur additional costs.
And see, I guess I'm okay with that when it comes to this position. This is not just any position. So if it costs more, then maybe that firm is a little bit better than the 2 that we're given the option to select from. Like, you get what you pay for, in my opinion. But again, it's whatever the governing body decides.
There's 5.
Interim Chief.
Yes, Madam Mayor and Council, just in reviewing the bids that were solicited so far, that's in your agenda packet. Typically, it takes roughly 60 days for this type of a process. But again, ultimately, it is up to the governing body.
So just for clarity, if we wait 60 days, we're going to come back around, we're going to get these same people, basically, that will go through procurement to contract out with us to assist us in this process. Is that correct?
No.
Yes, ma'am.
We
What
don't
we-
know that.
Miss Elisa?
I mean, if the governing body wants to go through the procurement process for a formal RFP, that process at a minimum is 90 days because they advertise for the first 30. Once the proposals come in, then once who's ever selected to be on the evaluation committee, they have to review those proposals and score them individually. That takes another week or two, just depending on how many proposals we receive versus who's on the committee and their time of being able to complete that task. And then there's a minimum of 3 meetings that the committee has in order to come up with a final highest scoring proposal to recommend to council for approval.
Okay.
So it can take anywhere between that time. In the proposals, the 2 that you already have, their process for recruitment takes anywhere from 60 to 90 days. So once they're brought on and start working with the city to develop the profile for the city manager that we're looking for, that process within itself and getting candidates and all of that is a 60 to 90 day period.
Okay. All right.
Madam Mayor, may I say one more thing?
Absolutely.
So, I do feel like we are focusing on the process of actually selecting the firm to vet whoever the candidates may be for a city manager, as opposed to allowing the process to continue. And she said, we get the list of candidates that's going to apply. I think the list of candidates that's going to apply is not going to change. But I will say that something that really maybe sticks out to me is kind of letting history repeat itself when we were going through the process before to select a city manager. And we were going to go through a process of selecting a firm, and that was sidetracked by just someone approving someone not as qualified as we would have wanted in a city manager. So I just want us really truly to focus on the possibility of the next city manager and the qualifications that they possess, as opposed to the firm that is looking for those candidates.
Yes, ma'am. Councilwoman Gunn?
So we have an interim manager now that has a duality role. We have a position now that is basically needs to be covered. And in any house you want whatever is out of order to be in alignment. And so for me, and I'm going to speak for Ward 2, but what I'm understanding, it does not matter at this state, whether it's 60, 120, or 90, we still are going to be in the same, we still got to go through the process. It's still the process. People are going to come in, they're going to create this profile. We're going to come in, we're going to be doing the interviews. And my thing is, I feel that what we have ahead of us, that for Ward 2, I'm going to speak for Ward 2, that we need to move forward. The stagnation of waiting, and they're going to put in a resume. There's going to be a process of elimination. Everybody in here done put in a resume and know what that looks like. If you have an interview, I say go online, Georgia.gov, somewhere, and look at what that process looked like on a basic level. And so I really want us to move forward for Ward 2. I'm speaking for Ward 2 because the house now needs to be covered. And anybody that is, if you manage your household, when something is not in alignment, there is something missing, you need to make sure that you cover that and make sure everything is secure and in place. And nothing to you, Chief Clemens, but I want to move forward so we can go and get everything in place, because I'm excited about what is about to take place here in Forest Park. And we need that person in position to make sure that we move forward with every department head operating according to the statutes that we have mandated for this city. So for me, for Ward 2, I like what I saw. I saw the bids. I did miss one page. And again, 60 days, 90 days, 120 days. We still got to get this seat covered. And I say, let's move forward. Let's grab the best candidates that we can, and let's make it happen for Ward 2.
Any other questions or comments?
So what were we voting on today? So you sent this out, Ms. Lisa, to these 2 firms, we're supposed to choose one of just two out of the five today? 6?
My understanding, I was asked to come and just give the report of what my findings were when I was requested to contact the firms to find out how long they've been in business, what other local municipalities they have conducted this service for. Like I said, I reached out to some of those municipalities. The city of Stockbridge did give me a call back and gave a good review for the second firm that's listed. Two of the other firms on the list, they declined submitting a proposal at this time. I don't know if their schedules are busy and they just didn't have room. They didn't give a definitive answer as to why. And then the other firm, which I have in my notes, I just never did receive a response back from them.
To the microphone, please.
Yes, ma'am, I'll use the microphone. Just for,
Who's this?
just for clarity, your selection tonight of one of the other firms is just saying you're picking one. Whatever other requirements that you have, if they get 25 applications and you want them to collectively send all 25 to the governing body, that's your prerogative because they are a client to this governing body. If you want them to send your top 10 to 15 candidates, that's your prerogative as a governing body. If you want them to have 3 different meetings, community meetings for the applicants, that's something that can be handled by this governing body. But you have to get a firm to do that work. And every application that they receive is yours, if that helps it make any sense. Everything that they do, they are working on behalf of you. Whatever you want is what they have to do. If you want 100 applications, they have to send you 100 applications. And the beauty of local firms is that they already have talent in their pools, meaning that they know who the email addresses for these other city managers around the South Metro area. They know them because they're headhunters. And some of the names that were called, I understand she sent it to 6, only got 2, and that's still pretty good, considering some of our bids that we sent out. Informal sounds bad, but it's just a legal term for how we do bids. But it's a very formal, informal process, meaning she's just soliciting for quotes, if that helps any.
Any other questions or comments?
Yeah, so being someone that understands what formal and the difference between formal and informal, again, and going by the process, we are the ones that create that process. And I know for, Councilwoman Gunn, you were one of the ones that were concerned about the process being taken away from the governing body. And hold on.
You can respond.
Yeah, so you were the one that was concerned about even getting the firm to begin with. And so from Ward 4, Ward 4 wants to make sure the process is transparent, and that the governing body has an opportunity to do the governing body's job and not somebody else do our job for us. And so, yeah, whatever the governing body, I'm not going back and forth about it. I speak for Ward 4, but whatever the governing body decides, but that's my piece. I think it's up to us as to who we want to work for us. And so for other people to be okay with somebody coming in and doing that, I'm okay with getting a firm, do whatever y'all need to go through, but don't just come throw me something and say, here, this is what we need you to make a decision off of. Yeah, that's my thing, and that's coming from Ward 4.
So I'm so glad that in the midst of me asking for someone to come in and take care of this, that you have put this package together for me to understand the process. I totally, what I asked for basically when we came together, I see it in front of me right now, to have somebody come in. I don't do HR. I don't do it. But I'm learning the process that's up here. So I am, I'm well pleased with one of the bids that came in and the information that they did give. That's one of the things I did ask for, and I was glad to see that I got this in this package. And once again, it's been reiterated that we, as the governing body, the council persons, we will have access to all of these applicants that will come in. We will come in as a body to look, decipher, put it in the trash can, bounce it off the wall if we choose to at this moment, within that time frame. So I just feel, thank you so much for putting this package together. It was very thorough. It opened up a lot of it gave me a lot of questions to see this process. I am very honored that you guys have some insight of what this process looked like. And so what I asked for, it really is here, Councilwoman Wells. I asked for us to get a firm, let somebody else come in, do all the lead work. I can't do it. And I'm following a lot of y'all lead because I know you guys have been in this process before. So I'm excited what is taking place. I'm excited about one of the firms that is in here. Good googly moogly, the holidays are coming. I want somebody in the seat.
Interim Chief?
Yes, Madam Mayor and Council. Just to conclude, the firm is just that. It's the talent scout. Once they scout out the talent, it is up to the governing body in collaboration with Human Resources to vet and approve who they want as their next city manager.
Thank you for that. You don't.
This is the last question.
Okay.
The offer of the 1-year guarantee for the city manager, I've never heard of that. That's common. Is there more firms do that or just this one that you have here, number one?
Well, that was one of their highlights for them as far as added that they add into their proposal is guaranteeing that, but the firm up under them, theirs is 2 years.
Oh.
So it's even longer.
I think that's a new thing that they're offering. I haven't heard of in other recruiting firms, they do that, but this is the first I've heard of it in local government.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Council discussion on the recommended proposed millage rate. Background and history. The City of Forest Park has tentatively adopted a 2025 millage rate requiring increased property taxes by 1.21% due to rising property values. Although the city proposes to keep the millage rate at 16.74 mils, the increase in property values result in a property tax increase. All concerned citizens are invited to the public hearing on the tax increase at the City of Forest Park City Hall on September 2nd, 2025 at 7 p.m. Times and places of additional public hearings on this tax increase are at City Hall, 745 Forest Parkway on September 15th, 2025 at 6 p.m.
Yeah, that's what I was
Okay.
gonna say. I thought it said 12 on the email.
On the email, but in here it says 6. At 12 p.m. and then again at 7 p.m. This tentative increase will result in a millage rate of 16.74 mils, an increase of 1.21%. Without this tentative increase, the millage rate will be no more than 2.0 mils. The proposed tax increase for a home with a fair market value of $100,000 is approximately $8. The public hearing will be in the regular meeting for tonight, the first of the 3. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I'm coming to you before you to just present the proposed millage rate. That proposed millage rate is 16.74 mils. It's the same millage rate we've had for the last 5 years here at Forest Park. What I'm asking is just adoption of that, but I know we have to go through 3 hearings before that adoption happens. I've also put together just a little presentation just to give a quick overview points for the millage rate. With the millage rate, the tax rate that is applied to the excess value of the taxable property to calculate the amount of property tax to be paid. Next little point is millage rate of 1 mil is $1 per 1,000 of excess value. For calculation purposes, the millage rate is stated as 0.0001. The millage rate is established by the leveling authority each year, which is the council. Next slide. This is the notice of current tax digest and the 5-year history of levy. This particular chart is what's being advertised in our legal org, the newspaper. This right here just shows a snapshot of the current tax digest. At the end, the tax digest, those are the numbers from the tax digest for 2025. This next one, the notice of property tax increase to be published, this also is in the legal order. This is also what the mayor just read for everybody. And that's basically just a quick snapshot of the overview points. With this, we're just going through the normal process of establishing the millage rate and just keeping, and at this point, finance, we are asking it stay the same.
Thank you. Councilwoman James?
No question.
Councilwoman Gunn?
No.
Councilman Gutierrez? Councilwoman Wells?
No.
All right, thank you. Council discussion to approve a rezoning request for 486 Main Street, zoned multifamily residential, and 0 Burks Road, zone 2-family residential from RM to RT, from RM, and RT to GC, which is General Commercial District, to allow for the development of a unified parking area supporting future business operations. Background and history. The subject property consists of 3 vacant parcels totaling approximately 1.23 give or plus acres in Ward 2. The primary parcel is located at 486 Main Street, occupying the southwest corner of Main Street and Burks Road. The 2 additional vacant parcels are situated immediately behind the proposed parcel, west of the existing commercial structure, occupying the northwest portion of the block formed by Burks Road and North Avenue. The applicant requests a rezoning of all 3 parcels from residential to commercial to support the development of a unified off-street parking area in preparation for relocating future commercial operations to the site. Currently, the corner parcel fronting Main Street is zoned multifamily residential and is adjacent to existing multifamily residential development to the west. The 2 interior parcels along Burks Road are zoned 2-family residential district surrounded by a mix of townhomes and single-family residences. Good evening.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor and Council. As stated, this applicant is requesting a rezoning of the parcels in order to expand parking capabilities of the site. On Thursday, the 21st, the Planning Commission did hear this item, and specifically, they recommended approval with conditions. The conditions are limiting of rezoning, site plan review, buffering, use restrictions, and truck parking restrictions. Each of these items were put in place to kind of control commercial development so that it does not infringe upon the residential development along North Avenue. If you like, I could read out each of the conditions and go through them, but other than that, staff is respectfully requesting approval of this rezoning with the conditions as stated in the draft item.
Thank you. Councilwoman James?
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm clear with the conditions. So if this property is rezoned from RM and remind me, RM is,
Residential multifamily,
okay, and RT is,
family residential.
okay. And the GC, General Commercial District, that leaves the door for different types of businesses that want to come in.
Yes,
But the conditions is limiting them from what kind of business or the type of vehicles?
this particular petition, what they are doing is there's currently a commercial structure at this location because one portion of the site is already zoned commercial. The parcels adjacent to it, though, are zoned residential. So what they're asking to do is to rezone the residential parcels along Burke to commercial to expand. However, staff has only recommended that one of the parcels be rezoned and the other parcels remain residential to family.
Okay,
And the rezoning they're asking for is GC, as you stated, general commercial.
which ones are remaining the same?
the rear parcel. So if you look at the existing site plan that was presented in the documentation that you have,
Mhm.
you will see an outline of all the parcels that are involved in this particular petition. If you look along Burke's Road, you'll see written on top of the lines, it says rezoning to commercial for parking. Those are the two parcels that will remain residential. The bottom parcel that's along Burke's Road will remain or will be changed to commercial in order so that the business can expand all the way over to Burke's Road.
So I'm sorry, so the parcels are up against Main and Burke, right?
Yes. and
So the
those-
parcels on Main, you're saying those parcels are gonna be commercial
Yes, ma'am.
and the parcels on Burke's will remain residential?
Yes, the ones facing North Avenue specifically. And Burke.
I mean, it's an eyesore right now, the way the business is. But I know that there are some brand new townhomes that was just built over there on the backside, well, on Burke's Road, which is right there on Main Street.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, I think we have the applicant with us.
Oh, okay.
Is there anything you would like to add?
Yes. Hi, I'm Ritza
Okay.
Hernandez. I'm the property owner, and I agree with their recommendation on just keeping the bottom parcel as GC. But our main concern was just that they added a truck parking restriction, and our business is like wholesale distribution type, and we need we need permission to allow us to park our trucks because there was a no parking restriction and we were worried about that. Oh, truck parking. We just want to be able to work with you, the city and the residents and everybody to just allow us to park maybe like 5 trucks in that area. Cause we use maybe like 3 to store and then 2 for like deliveries and whatnot.
All right, thank you. Yes, ma'am.
So I'm gonna tell you my concern. My concern is just had some new development, new townhomes built right there.
Mhm.
And although this site is unsightly, to say the least, at the moment, to change it to be a commercial or G6,
Mhm.
it concerns me because it opens the door for other construction, even though I know there's quote restrictions.
Yeah, I mean, we're not planning on building anything in the back. We're just trying to just pave it because in the front of the building, it's just parking space is limited. And we have clients there that come in like their vans and stuff, like the work vans. And we just want to be able for them to have full access to a clear parking area.
What kind of business is it?
It's a distribution wholesale. We sell like Mexican candy, groceries. Well, not like canned groceries and drinks. And we sell them to like other Hispanic stores around Georgia.
Okay. Thank you. That's all.
Councilwoman Gunn? Councilman Gutierrez?
Oh, thank you.
Councilman Wells?
Yeah, I'm gonna trust staff on this one. I also, because I'm all pro businesses and we don't have any currently in the city of Forest Park, we want to attract businesses and make it easier for them and not make it harder for them. So I agree and thank you.
All right, thank you.
Madam Mayor, I have one more question.
Yes, ma'am.
So if the restrictions that the board put on you for the no truck parking, you said that that's gonna be an issue for you?
Yeah, that's an issue for us because like I said, like we have 5 trucks that we use and we need to park them somewhere. Like we need to be able to park them in the warehouse for storage and because we do deliveries. So we need to have space to park them in the warehouse or permission.
So I guess Ms. Dozier, this question may be for you. If we are going to approve this with the recommendation of staff, but then allow for that one restriction, is there a way that we can make that restriction limited, like instead of it being unlimited amount of trucks, be a limited amount?
Yes, ma'am. You can add truck parking restriction if the board chooses to, but just to be clear, I want to read the restriction so that everybody is clear on what the restriction currently says.
Okay.
To preserve the residential character of the rear parcels, truck parking shall be prohibited on all portions of the property, including the rear parcel zone RT. Trucks, however, may access the site for loading and unloading purposes for this location.
Okay,
Yeah, that makes sense.
okay. Does that work for you?
I mean, loading and unloading, yeah, but it's just like at night, where would we put our trucks, you know? Like we need to be able to park them. We're not gonna use the back ones. We're just gonna modify the front to just be able to make parking spaces for them.
Any other questions or comments?
So basically, we just want to make sure that they're not using it, like, they're not using it for parking all the time. So maybe we can say, okay, no, truck parking longer than 48 hours or 24 hours or something like that. Put that type of stipulation in there. That way it works for everyone, because they do have to load and unload. I understand that, but some tractor trailers come in overnight.
Oh, yeah, yeah, ours is like box trucks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So like the trailers, like the big ones, they just come to unload and
Oh,
unload,
okay,
but
then.
it's just the box trucks that we have.
So we want to allow them to park box trucks?
No, ma'am, we recommended that the parking not be put on this particular site because the parking was recommended to the parcels that were closer to the residential zone. So that is the reason why we recommended that the parking not be permitted, because that's the site or area of the site where they wanted to park the box trucks.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with them on, we can just keep those as residential and then just use the other one as TC.
See, that's what I like to
That's
see.
the-
I like
yeah.
us working together to
Right.
try to come to a
Yes, ma'am, Councilwoman
decision.
Gunn.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ms. Dozier, so this, with us, say that this is granted, this is going to be an eyesore for the residential? Is that the concern we're looking at, or are we looking at traffic traffic coming in? But for those persons who have purchased property, those townhomes on that is the concern that we are looking at.
Yes, ma'am. Everything that you stated was the reason why we tried to restrict the trucks going to and from the site along Burks Road towards north, because north is
Right.
where most of the residential, where all the residential property is located.
If I may, Councilwoman, Gunn, I was at the planning commission meeting, and so they put the restriction on trucks on the front parcel because they didn't want it to be an eyesore on Main Street. And that was the main rationale that they gave for that. If you want to limit it, like as Councilwoman Wells said, where it can't be there overnight for more than, 48 hours, or have them park further away from Main Street, you could do that as well.
Is there any, is it with the second statement that Matricardi presented, is it any way we can come back and look at that and see if there's any other areas that won't be a blot to the residential, well, just like city council will say, to make it conducive for you guys to continue to operate? Can we look at and see if there's any other, I don't know, is there any other property or any other?
Yes, based on the recommendation of Attorney Matricardi, we could put the restriction on the hours. We could limit it to 5 trucks as requested by Councilmember James. We would work with the applicant to see where the parking can be located on the parcel that faces Main Street. If the truck parking is pushed a little bit back, but not too close to the residential, it might be something that will work depending on the landscaping and buffer that we put at this, or that's put at this location. So that is something you can consider in terms of making your recommendation this evening.
I like that.
Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry. Can you speak on the buffer or what the buffer would be?
Well, typically we require buffers to be landscaped. And typically the widths range between 5 and 15 feet in width. In this particular instance, staff would have to take a closer look at this location because we didn't evaluate it from the perspective of adding additional landscaping or having the parking where we're talking about putting it now. So what we would do is look at the site and see how we can make this work and then how the buffers would go in. But basically, it would be a width of space that's landscaped in order to separate and try and buffer out the commercial use from the residential use. We do have landscaping that is required by code, yes.
All right, thank you. Where are we? Council discussion to approve conditional use permit for 5,000 Governor's Drive to establish and operate an assisted living facility within the single-family residential district in Ward 2. Background and history. The applicant requests a conditional use permit to establish and operate an assisted living facility within the single-family residential district in Ward 2. Per Section 8-8-28, Single-Family Residential District, assisted living nursing home and residential care facility for children and adults require a conditional use permit to operate within the single-family residential district. On August 21st, 2025, the Planning Commission approved the conditional use permit. The proposed location is currently developed as a licensed memory care assisted living facility known as Governor's Glen. It operates under a previously approved conditional use permit that allows for a long-term residential care facility within the RS zoning classification. The applicant is now requesting approval of a new conditional use permit to reflect a change in ownership and business name. The new permit would formally recognize the new ownership entity while maintaining compliance with the city's land use requirements. No changes are proposed to the existing land use, building footprint, operations, or intensity of use. The facility will continue to serve as an assisted living residence for seniors requiring cognitive and physical care. Good evening,
Yes,
Tia.
once again, good evening. As stated, that basically they're just changing the ownership and the name of the existing facility. So this is just a part of the process, just to ensure the conditional use has the name of the new business and the name of the new business owner. So once again, staff respectfully requests that you approve this item.
Thank you. Councilwoman James,
No question?
Councilwoman Gunn,
None.
Councilman Gutierrez, Councilwoman Wells.
No.
Thank you. Council discussion to approve a massage establishments as a business license type within the city of Forest Park. Background and history. As part of the city's business licensing process, staff recently received an application for a proposed massage therapy business seeking to operate within the city of Forest Park. Per Section 9-7-4, licensing of massage business operators and masseurs, no person, partnership, corporation, or association shall operate a massage business as herein defined or engage in the business or profession of massage unless such person, partnership, corporation, or association shall have first applied for and received the license provided by this chapter. B, every application for the license prescribed herein shall be upon a form approved by the city manager and shall be filed with the city manager or his or her designated representative. Upon review of this ordinance, it has been determined that applicants for a massage establishment license are required to appear before mayor and council for consideration and approval of the license type. The application has been reviewed by planning, fire, police, and building departments, and no comments or objections have been noted at this time. Should mayor and council approve the request, the applicant may proceed with establishing and operating the massage therapy business within the city.
Thank you. Once again, this is the first time that the city is actually processing an application for massage therapy or massage establishment. As stated, there is a section of the code that specifically requires that this application come before mayor and council for approval. The location is 1105 Forest Parkway, where they would like to establish. And as stated previously, it has been reviewed and looked at, and staff is respectfully asking for approval of this establishment.
Councilwoman James,
No question.
Councilwoman Gunn,
I'm looking at the application and, she checked all the right boxes for me. Yeah,
Councilman
for
Gutierrez,
late night services.
Councilwoman Wells.
Well, I wouldn't mind late night services. Not just kidding. No, no.
All right, thank you. All right, I know, Attorney McCarty, do you think it'll take long? We have a few minutes. Okay, I'm gonna ask for a motion to enter to recess the work session, enter into executive session for personnel, litigation, real estate, or legal matters. Thank you. That was Councilwoman Gunn. Is there a second? I mean, that was Councilwoman Wells, a second by Councilwoman Gunn. All in favor? Thank you. We will return. Oh, my executive session, reconvene into our work session.
So moved.
That was Councilwoman James. Is there a second? Yeah, that was Councilwoman Gunn. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Ooh.
Aye.
All right, the work session is adjourned and it is 7:11. And the regular meeting for mayor and council for September 2nd is called to order. The invocation will be done by Dr. Golson of New Jerusalem Worship. So all those who are able to stand, can you please do so and then remain standing throughout the Pledge of Allegiance?
Heavenly Father, our gracious God, we thank you for gathering us tonight in this place. You've created us in your image and called us to community. And yet we recognize that walls of division and differences often separate us. But Lord Jesus, we ask that you grant us a spirit of humility and open hearts, helping us to see beyond our individual perspectives and to truly understand that we are greater together. We bind every spirit of uneasiness and uncertainties, and we pray God's love disseminate and hide, and his grace and mercy vindicate and prepare us for great victories. Lord, you promised us in Isaiah 9:6 that the government shall be upon your shoulder, and that your name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. May we unite in our purpose to serve this city and its people. Inspire us with wisdom and anoint us with your spirit to discern what is truly important and strengthen us as a united force of the city and of the people to overcome our challenges and to give us a shared commitment to work together for justice, longevity, and a peace, the peace of God for this city. Help us to listen with compassion, to engage with respect, and to set aside personal interests for the greater welfare of our community. May the discussions today lead to fruitful outcomes, build bridges of understanding, and forge a future where all citizens can strive. We ask that your love and grace guide us, allowing us to build solutions, strengthen relationships, and honor you in all that we do. Thine kingdom come, thy will be done in his name. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, Republic, which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, Miss Randy, roll call, please.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, Honorable Mayor Butler,
Good
council
evening.
members, and City Manager Clark and Interim City Manager Chief Clemens. This is the roll call for the September 2nd regular session meeting. Mayor Butler,
Present.
Councilmember James,
Present.
Councilmember Gunn,
Here.
Councilmember Gutierrez,
Present.
Councilmember Akins Wells,
Here.
Councilmember Mears.
All
The
right.
record reflect Councilmember Mears is not in attendance. Mayor Butler, you have a quorum.
All right, thank you. The consent agenda, we're going to add the solicitor's contract. We're going to add that to the consent agenda. That was the only one for the consent agenda. Okay. So is there a motion to adopt and approve tonight's consent agenda with stated addition?
So moved.
That was Councilwoman James. Is there a second? That was Councilwoman Gunn. Is there any discussion? All right, Ms. Randy, please.
Councilmember James.
Yes.
Councilmember Gunn.
Yes.
Councilmember Gutierrez.
Yes.
Councilmember Akins Wells.
Yes.
All right, thank you. So with the regular agenda, we are going to add two new items, right? That would be the interim city manager contract and I can't remember the other one. That was it? Oh, okay. So is there a motion to approve tonight's agenda with the addition of the interim city manager contract discussion?
So move.
That was Councilwoman James. Is there a second?
Second.
That was Councilwoman Wells. Any questions? All right, Miss Randy?
Councilmember James,
Yes.
Councilmember Gunn,
Yes.
Councilmember Gutierrez.
Yes.
Councilmember Akins Wells.
Yes.
All right, thank you. The minutes from August 18th, has everyone had the opportunity to review them? And if so, are there any changes to be recommended? All right. Is there a motion to group said minutes together and approve?
So move.
That was Councilwoman Wells. Is there a second? That was Councilwoman Gunn. Is there any discussion? All right, thank you. Miss Randy?
Councilmember James.
Yes.
Councilmember Gunn,
Yes.
Councilmember Gutierrez.
Yes.
Councilmember Akins Wells.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Public comments, Miss Randy, please.
1 second. Yes. Per the Charter, Section 2-1-7, Rules of Procedure and Decorum. Comments will be limited to a total of 3 minutes per speaker. 21 minutes are allotted in total. Members of this public are not allowed to participate in any debate or discussion conducted by the governing body members. All public comments must be limited to matters on the agenda or over which the governing body has jurisdiction. Each person must maintain a decorous demeanor and refrain from personal attacks upon members of the governing body or employees, shouting and using obscene language. All questions and comments shall be directed to the presiding officer, and members of the governing body may respond to the comments during their closing comments if they desire.
All right, thank you. Up first, we have Mr. Zach Parker. All right, Mr. Elder Cook.
Good evening, Mayor and Council.
Good evening.
I'm representing the Forest Park Ministers Association tonight. Just want to keep you all in the loop of what's coming up. Next Saturday, we'll be having our annual Pray and Clean event, starting at Paradise Church. We clean up the south side of Forest Park, and we pray while we're out there in the city, and with whoever may come to the door while we're picking up stuff in the neighborhood. Also, September 20th, we have our annual Day of Prayer right here at Star Park. It'll be from 12 to 3, where we pray, we worship, we have a dance, we have song, we have a good time right here at Star Park. That's gonna be 12 to 3. And then also you can prepare yourselves for a great time with our Living Legend Banquet. That's coming up in October. I have more details coming up by then. But that's an event where you can come and just really enjoy yourself, enjoy some good food, but also we want to honor the legends we have here in our community, of course, while they're still living. I'm gonna switch hats real quick from the Forest Park hat to the Rock Church of Atlanta hat. We're going to be celebrating 23 years next weekend of ministry, 12 years, which have been right here in the city of Forest Park. I want to ask you guys to join us if you're available. We have 2 services, Sunday at 10:30 a.m. and Sunday at 6 p.m. So if you're not a morning person, you can come in the evening. If you're not an evening person, you want to watch the football games, you can come in the morning. Amen. I hope to see somebody. All right. God bless.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to ask for a motion to recess the regular meeting and enter into our public hearing. We have 3 scheduled for tonight. So is there a motion to recess the regular meeting and enter into our public hearings?
So move.
That was Councilwoman James. Is there a second?
Second.
That was Councilwoman Wells. Is there any discussion? Miss Randy?
Councilmember James,
Yes.
Councilmember Gunn,
Yes.
Councilmember Gutierrez,
Yes.
Councilmember Akins Wells.
Yes.
All right, thank you. The first public hearing is on the recommended proposed millage rate. And per our charter, 10 minutes is allotted per side in its totality to speak. So if you are in favor of this proposed millage rate and would like to line up at the podium to speak now, you may do so. All right, not seeing anyone. Is there anyone that wanted to speak that was against or not in favor of this proposed millage rate? You may line up at the podium now. All right, not seeing anyone, that public hearing is closed. The next public hearing is the council approval of an ordinance for rezoning number 2025-02 for 486 Main Street and 0 Burks Road from RM and RT to GC to allow the development of a unified parking area supporting future business operations. Again, if you wanted to speak in favor of this rezoning request, you may line up at the podium now. All right, not seeing anyone. If you are not in favor of this rezoning request, you may line up at the podium now. All right, not seeing anyone. That public hearing is now closed. The last, council approval of an ordinance for conditional use permit 2025-04 for 5,000 Governor's Drive to establish and operate an assisted living facility within the single-family residential district in Ward 2. If you wanted to speak in favor or support of this conditional use permit, you may line up at the podium now. All right, if you are not in favor of this conditional use permit, you may line up at the podium now. All right, not seeing anyone. That concludes our public hearings. Is there a motion to close out our public hearings and reconvene into our regular meeting?
So move.
All right, that was Councilwoman James. Is there a second?
Second.
That was Councilwoman Gunn. Is there any discussion? Ms. Randy, please.
Councilmember James,
Yes.
Councilmember Gunn,
Yes.
Councilmember Gutierrez.
Yes.
Councilmember Akins Wells.
Yes.
All right, thank you all. Now, is there a motion to approve the recommended proposed millage rate?
So move.
That was Councilwoman James. Is there a second?
Just to
Oh,
confirm
yeah,
you're
we
not
got
approving it.
2 more.
Yes.
Okay,
Sorry.
sorry, I jumped the gun. But now, is there a motion to approve the rezoning request for 486 Main Street?
So,
Well,
Madam Mayor,
I'm gonna, no, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna ask for a motion on that item.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, I want to make sure that I'm saying this right. The area that is Burks Road, the south side, is that, well, they both say 486, so I just want to be clear on the statement. So I want to make a motion to approve the,
Staff's recommendation to rezone the recommended parcel and deny the rezoning on the 2 rear parcels.
well, the 2 rear parcels are the one that's going to remain residential,
Right.
right? Okay, so can I break it up?
If you, yeah. If
Okay.
If it's.
So,
Makes more sense.
okay, so the staff recommendation, whatever, I don't know how to say it.
That's what the staff recommendation was to rezone only 1 of the 3.
Okay, but then it had requirements.
And then subject to their conditions, and if you would like to amend those conditions.
Yes.
Do that in your motion.
So you want to amend the conditions
Yes.
to allow for the 5 trucks to be parked there, but no more than 48 consecutive hours. Is that?
That was what it was.
Yeah, so move, he said.
Is there a second?
Second.
That was Councilwoman Wells. Is there any other discussion? Miss Randy, please.
Councilmember James.
Yes.
Councilmember Gunn,
Yes.
Councilmember Gutierrez,
Yes.
Councilmember Akins Wells.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Now, is there a motion to approve the conditional use permit for 5,000 Governor's Drive?
So move.
Now,
I'll
Council,
second.
okay, Councilwoman Wells. The second was Councilwoman James. Is there any discussion? Miss Randy, please.
Councilmember James,
Yes.
Councilmember Gunn,
Yes.
Councilmember Gutierrez,
Yes.
Councilmember Akins Wells.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Is there a motion to approve the ordinance on the proposed amendment to the charter and amend section 2.5 of Article 2?
So move.
That was Councilwoman James. Is there a second?
Second.
That was Councilwoman Gunn. Is there any discussion? Miss Randy, please.
Councilmember James.
Yes.
Councilmember Gunn,
Yes.
Councilmember Gutierrez,
Yes.
Councilmember Akins Wells.
Yes.
Is there a motion to approve? Is there a motion on item number 7?
Yes, Madam Mayor,
Mhm.
I will make a motion that we accept the Slavin of Norcross as the firm that we would use for our city manager recruitment. No, yeah, that's the two-year one.
We already did number 6, well, number 7. Okay, there's a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. That was Councilwoman Gunn. Is there any other discussion? Ms. Randy, please.
Councilmember James.
Yes.
Councilmember Gunn.
Yes.
Councilmember Gutierrez.
Yes.
Councilmember Akins Wells.
I abstain.
All right. Is there a motion to approve massage establishments as a business license type within the city of Forest Park?
So moved.
That was Councilwoman James. Is there a second?
By Mayor, it should be to approve the business license for the applicant. It already is a business license type.
Okay, I stand corrected.
Okay, so I will restate my motion.
Yes, please.
Make a motion that we approve the business license
Type.
for the applicant.
Thank you. Is there a second? That was Councilwoman Gunn. Is there any discussion? Ms. Randy, please.
Councilmember James.
Yes.
Councilmember Gunn.
Yes.
Councilmember Gutierrez.
Yes.
Councilmember Akins Wells.
Hold on, I lost. Yes. I'm sorry. Take it back.
The
Close
one you
the
wanted for
vote.
after hours. Okay, item 9, is there a motion to authorize the salary increase for the interim city manager during her term in office?
So moved.
So,
Okay.
second.
Thank you, thank you. Any discussion? Ms. Randy, please.
Councilmember James.
Yes.
Councilmember Gunn.
Yes.
Councilmember Gutierrez.
Yes.
Councilmember Akins Wells.
Yes.
Thank you. Closing comments by the governing body. Councilwoman James?
So first I want to send a prayers out to the Mears family for the situation they're going through right now. So keep Mr. Mears and Cindy and the family in your prayers. I want to remind everyone that the ward meeting is online. You're able to see it and go back and tune into it. And thank everybody for coming out.
Thank you.
And also, this is Mr. Clark's last day, so I want to thank Mr. Clark for your service, although we'll be using you over this last 6 months, hopefully. Anyway, thank you so much for all you have done to the city and brought into the city, and we appreciate you.
Councilwoman Gunn?
I want to thank everybody for coming out and participating. Last Friday, Mayor Butler brought out two of her fur babies. I was shocked. No, I didn't know. But I am just so excited with how we are moving forward in this city. Things are taking place, things are happening, and with the infrastructure, we are moving forward to make this city bigger and better. So I'm so excited what is taking place in Ward 2, but this is for the city of Forest Park. Director Matthews, his whole department, the things that you guys will be putting your hands to. We have an amazing teams here in this city, and Public Works, they do a great job. I bug him so much, and I know sometimes I can be a little heady, but I appreciate your patience. But to your department, Nigel, you guys are the bee's knees for real, okay? For real, for real, for real. And I'm so appreciative of you guys. Also, September is going to be Senior Month. And so I am partnering with Ms. Foster. We're coming together. We are going to go to the Golden Corral, Gutierrez, not the club, Golden Corral. And so please, for those who are online, get with Ms. Foster at our senior center. There will be a sign-up sheet. This is going to be September the 17th. We're going to go hang out at 12 p.m. and eat and fellowship and just love on our legacy residents. Also, we are coming together, and Ward 2 is partnering with our chief of police. I'm excited about that. This gentleman, I just picked up the phone, asked for his assistant, and financially he came through. We are giving giveaways with the Ring cameras for our senior citizens. This is a safety measure I have really want to push forth because of an incident that has taken place in our city. And I don't want to call anybody name, but I'm excited about that. Our fire department is going to come out. And this is going to be a day for us to come in. It is called Forest Park Safety Day. This is going to be Saturday, September the 20th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. You got enough time to go out, get your little shopping on, and then we got enough time for you to finish to go and do whatever else you need to do with your family. But we are excited. Remember, it is a first come, first serve. First come, first serve. Make sure everybody out there say first come, first serve. They got it. And so I'm excited for what we're doing, how we're moving forward. And you guys, we're doing great things in this city from ward to ward. And it is all possible because we are one Forest Park. We're unified. I thank God for our council aides, Mr. Andre and Ms. Tanisha, who always make all of us look so well put together in structure. My hat's off to them at all times. You guys get home safe, and thank you again. And remember, we are one Forest Park.
Thank you. Councilman Gutierrez.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. I'm sorry I'm not being myself today. I had a loss in my family, so my prayers to Mears and then to my people too. Just trying to be here. I have to show up twice a month, so I didn't want to miss it, but I should have just stayed home, to be honest. I'm just not here. But I love you, everybody, and just take care of your family and your loved ones. My uncle that I lost was like a father figure to me, and it's always, you never know when that last call is going to be, so don't hesitate to tell people that you love them.
Councilman Wells. My condolences, Councilman Gutierrez, to you and your family. But always remember, the city is gonna run even when you're not running. So take care of yourself, be there for yourself and your family first and foremost. Mr. Clark, I ain't gonna get no long speech. I didn't know if it was you or Councilwoman Gunn that was leaving. I thought she was giving her going away speech. But no, she thought she was at the church. But no, thank you, sir, so much for everything that you have brought and given to the city of Forest Park, and will continue to give for 6 months. I'm gonna call you in the morning. No, thank you so much. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And Pons has gained a great person, outside of this political stuff. You're an amazing individual. And I hate politics, so that's why I said that. But you're an amazing individual. And I appreciate everything you've done. Thank you. And with that said, Councilman Gutierrez, thank you so much for coming out on Thursday. Myself and AT&T and CompuDop gave out over 140 plus laptops to residents of Forest Park. And it went so smoothly. Like it was absolutely amazing. And shout out to Councilman Gutierrez. Directly after that, they did the Rashmere Scholarship over at 696, and just to see those young men receive that money, and some that didn't even expect it, that were already in college, one that was already in college. So thank you for doing that and keeping Rashmere's name alive. I'm sure he would love to see that. And Fun Friday, which may be the last Fun Friday, September 19th, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. We'll be in the park. We had a great time the last time, the time before that, and we will continue to have a good time. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for all your hard work. Y'all have a blessed night.
Thank you. Meeting adjourned.